Sit back, get real comfy, take a second to embrace your edges, embrace.
Well, welcome to a special episode of Embrace Your Edges. I am Hilary in Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Colette in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, and tonight we are just doing a little bit of housekeeping. We were supposed to have a show, but like many things, things change, and we do have quite a few guests coming up, and we want to share with you those exciting news, some items that we're working on, and then just kind of chat a little bit about entrepreneurship. I'm going in and out of the shade. I want to start removing the background from the other shows coming up soon. Maybe we can have like a green screen in the corner and have it on that so you can see my background or something like that. I don't know. That way I'm not as I don't disappear as much moving forward. But anyways, so what do we have coming up, Colette? Let's talk about it.
We have some fun topics coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting my list here.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have coming up next week will be is social breaking barriers for youth. So I guess the social media,
Social change?
social change. There we
Yeah.
go. Nice word there.
Yeah.
Yeah, social change, breaking barriers for youth, and we actually have a guest for that. Her name is Amanda, so
Yeah,
she'll
Amanda
be joining
Eiffel.
us.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
so she'll be joining next Wednesday, which will be the 14th, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, the 14th.
So she'll be talking,
Um,
yeah, she'll be talking about, she's a teacher, first of all, and so she does tutoring business on the side, and so she'll be talking about that. Uh, I think it'll be interesting to hear her opinion about social change and how, the does it shatter the stereotypes and intersections of the tech and education when it comes to youth. So that should be an interesting conversation. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. It'll be a really good insight. Hmm.
Yeah, because teachers they're underpaid. First of all, I don't care if you're
Yeah,
United States or Canada or wherever. For some reason, the most important job that we've given the person to mine our children and educate them and to influence their minds, we've decided that we shouldn't pay them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We should pay them properly or treat them well. So great. Great idea. So anyways, so that should be an interesting conversation. I'm really excited about that one. And Amanda's a great personality. Can't wait for you guys to
Hmm.
meet her. So
Yes.
um, she should really liven up the show quite a bit. Um, and then what else?
Um, so we have that, and then on the 22nd, so
Mm-hmm.
we will be on. It will not be on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna change this one for a Thursday night.
Yeah, special edition Thursday night at 8 o'clock
Yes.
on
Mm-hmm.
August 22nd. Put that on your calendar. Go on. This is a great
Yeah.
one because if you're into property investment, it's a great
Yes.
story to hear. Yeah.
Yeah. It's property investment. With Lisa Carl. I'm so sorry for saying your
Carwell.
last name wrong.
Cowell. Cowell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
And
she will be
mhm.
there. Yeah. Next August 22nd.
Yeah, we'll talk to her about how to develop your path through investment. And so, Airbnb's rental property, we'll get her insight around that and listen to her story. And, there's always a lesson in a story. So, really looking forward to this one. And then on the
Yeah.
28th, what happens on 28th?
So the 28th, then we're gonna have Josie. So we're gonna end up the month with Josie.
Yeah,
Um, and she's actually a podcaster as well.
Vivana,
Her
Vivana,
podcast.
Josie
Her name?
Vivana. Josie
Oh yes.
Vivana. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
um, yeah,
She
she's a podcaster as well.
Yeah, her podcasting has to do with parenting, It's pretty interesting. I was actually on the one, I guess, on there one time. So I really love, do like her podcast. And she has other entrepreneurship ventures that she's going to talk about and commenting about that. And, she's still deciding which topic she's going to talk about. So
Hmm.
it's either going to be about how to maintain the love of entrepreneurship while dealing with difficult people, or she might talk about, how being a woman is a plus for entrepreneurship. And then the other topic that she was interested in speaking about was how to overcome the stress of pursuing ownership. So we're really looking forward to that one. I know she might have some also a little bit of say about the social change when it comes to breaking barriers with youth, because she does talk. Her podcast is centered around parenting.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then us.
Yes.
I know everyone's waiting on my book to come out. I had a little bit of a hiccup when it came to publishing. Self-publishing is really difficult, as anyone can tell you. And sometimes when you get someone to do your editing your work, it is not what you expected. And that's what happened in my situation, where information was changed and without my permission. So I have the lovely experience of deleting some pages and doing certain things all over again. Luckily, I have a lot of edits, information, scraps that I was able to put things together. So I'll be having to re-upload some pages, and
Yes.
yeah, it's a little bit of work, but you know what? I am not going to let anyone determine what my words are going to be. And this book, I mean, the title alone tells you I'm very, very raw and and direct. So, you know, that's what it will be giving. And of course, we want to get, that product that we talked about. We don't want to give too much information about it, but it is a product that we're going to associate with the show. We want to start bringing that out and having that as an added piece and see what we can do with that and play with it a bit. Maybe you can wear some of those on the show. Imagine. Oh my God. I probably will wear one of them on the show. Just why not? Uh, Okay, so she just responded.
Sorry.
Josie just responded live. Look at that. And she says she's good to go for August 28th. And she will be doing how to overcome the stress of pursuing ownership. So,
Awesome.
yeah, that's great.
And that's funny because Amanda just confirmed as well.
Okay,
Like
great.
Amanda, yeah, she's sending.
Awesome. So I will
She's really
send this
interested.
over to Colette right
Yeah.
now. Do everything live because that's how we do it. But anyways, yes. And for September now, I mean, September is a refresh for everything. I mean, a lot of people are having a lot of problems finding employment, but September is always a
Yeah.
refresh. There's always people hiring in September, and always a kind of, it's time to do the new. Back to school is happening. Some people are going off to college for the first time. It's always a good reset. So we want to do some resets in September for sure. Um,
Yeah.
there will be a reset in my life. I'm not going to discuss it right now, but I'm going to be a reset, and I have to do. Might be doing the show a little bit differently from September, but you know, Nicolette's smiling. But I'm really excited about the future of this show. We know that podcasting does take a while to grow an audience, and we're really mindful of that. But we will come here every Wednesday, or if I have a special show, whatever day that is, and try to continue. I really want to start doing some more advocacy around domestic violence and talking a little bit about that. We're going to look and see what kind of celebrations are in September so we can attach ourselves to those. And yeah, so Colette, you're right now about to start into entrepreneurship. What are you concerned about? What are you excited about? And what are you like, what the hell about?
I think just getting started is the tricky part, just getting started,
Yeah.
um, especially going into a world that you're not familiar with. So
Mm-hmm.
just um, being around the unfamiliar or feeling uncomfortable, that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but I would like to rebrand myself as more of a consultant,
Mm-hmm.
um, or like a branding consultant.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so in time we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
But I feel strong with the Colette with Love. I feel like this name
Mm-hmm.
could definitely bring out a little something.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just being a new business, like just getting into the world of it, it's kind of overwhelming sometimes, or
Yeah.
intimidating sometimes when you see other people.
Yeah, and that's the one thing in entrepreneurship. You cannot compare yourself to others because everybody have their own paths and has taken a certain path to get where they are, and you can't
Yeah,
really compare yourself. You have to compare yourself to yesterday. Where were you yesterday? You should learn something different about yourself and about your business than you did yesterday. So that's the only comparison that you should really be looking at because you want to beat yourself, right? You don't want to
hmm,
beat others because you don't know what their path is or what their agendas are or how they even got there. You don't know if daddy opened a door for them or if
yeah,
they work really hard to get there or if they did something illegal to get there. You don't know what it is. So
yeah,
the best
it's true.
competition is yourself. And if you
Hmm.
compete against yourself and you use love to make sure that every decision you make is based off of love of entrepreneurship, you will grow. And that's the thing about entrepreneurship because a lot of people go, "Oh, I want to be my own boss because I want to make my own money and I want to make a lot of money and this is money, 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 money." You cannot go into entrepreneurship for money, okay? I don't care what anybody say. You have to go into it for the love of it because I'll tell you why. When they get those days when there are long nights or things are not working or you're losing or you're failing or something, that love for entrepreneurship and for what you're doing has to keep you motivated and going to the next level
Hmm.
and to the next stop. So the love of it and the pursuit and the competition of it, that's where you got to really put your energy into because the money will come at some point. um,
Yeah.
you don't really know when. And sometimes you will fail miserably, but if you love it and you really want to pursue it, you'll continue to fight and go after it and pursue it. And that's one of the things that I would tell any person entrepreneur. I've done multiple types of business. I've done wedding planning, design, painting, catering, trucking, writing, speaking, so many different ones I've done, counseling, life coaching, so many. But I don't, it's not about, and now author, right? It's not about what it is I'm doing is the love that the reason why I'm doing it, and it's all for me, right? It's all so that
Hmm.
I can learn something different and advance myself, and so that's what we really went after the women entrepreneurs because as a woman entrepreneur, you might have an extra barrier that sometimes could be a little bit intimidating, especially when you go into like for me going into trucking. All those
Yeah.
guys like, what are you doing here? I've done concrete, I've done long haul, I've done in city, regional, no touch, uh, uh, I've looked for customers, and I've done the business side and the ownership side and the operator side, and also being a manager as well as a CEO and hiring people and dealing with employees. So yeah, but as a woman in an industry that's predominantly male,
Yeah.
sometimes it can be tasking. But again, that love is what kept me going, right? And unfortunately, I got hurt and had to step aside a little bit. But there are ways to stay in that field, and I'm very, very excited about the possibility to return to that field, but in a different manner, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what kind of subjects do we have coming up for September? Because we're talking about the new and creative. And we would really like your input on this. If you can just send us some ideas, what you would like to
Yes.
see. I do want to talk, I really, really want to get deep, dirty, and ugly about domestic violence and how restarting. And I don't want to sit and talk about the violence itself. I want to talk about having to restart your life and how do you go about that? How do you get up again? How do you find the new you? And how do you develop that? Maybe we can really pursue that and get some women to share their experiences and how they did it and how they get back on their feet and use that experience as a motivation to, you know, love themselves more and to be able to get back to themselves. So maybe we can do something like that. Yeah.
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 It's hard sometimes to get back to yourself. Takes time.
Yes.
Takes time. Self-discipline.
Self discipline, self love, self care. Oh my God. I
Yeah.
would preach self care. Let
Yes.
me tell you something, all right? Because people was like, I can't afford self care. Yes, you can. Okay, you could. Your dollar store is a place. Okay, and self care does not have to mean. And sometimes you even need the dollar store. Sometimes you can just do it for free by going for a walk.
Yes.
And if going for a walk in your neighborhood is not safe, you can literally sit in your home, go into the restroom, close the door, and take a minute out for yourself. So self care can be done anywhere, anytime. You just have to
Yeah.
give yourself that space and that
Yes.
time. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. And then for October, obviously we're gonna do a little something, something, a little fun something for Halloween, but we
Yeah.
also, want to latch on to some other things there. Maybe we can do the orange shirt. Talk about Anishinaabe women and going missing and stuff. We could talk about that.
Oh,
Get some education
okay.
and pieces around that. And
Hmm.
then some how tos. Maybe we can do some how to episodes and have some guests on. So we'll be looking for some special guests to give you guys some more insight. And yeah, again, drop us a line and share some ideas.
Yes.
Colette,
You could,
go ahead.
oh no, I was saying you could DM us on Instagram at embrace underscore your underscore edges on
Hmm.
IG, or you can send an email as well as embraceyouredges@gmail.com.
Yeah, it's great. Well, we know it's not a long show tonight. It's just basically a teaser. We just wanted to put that out there and say what's coming for this month for August. Entrepreneurship, women. We are advocating for that and trying to get young women excited about entrepreneurship and ownership and older women too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get us wrong. We're not only young women, but we gotta hit the youths, get them excited about that because I know a lot of them are also pursuing it, but think that they only have one way of pursuing it through Instagram or TikTok. But there are so many different ways and so many different women doing it and have done it, and trailblazers. We had Peggy, who was an author, and
Right.
I think she reached out to me to talk about entrepreneurship as well on a different aspect as well, and maybe we can have her tie her in at the end there and give some ideas. And then we had um, oh, sorry, getting a why you guys not live?
Wasn't that Amanda?
No, Petra. Not Petra, sorry.
Oh.
Sherry. Sherry said, why you guys not live? Man, so I I thought it was going to be live. That's okay. I'll be there next week. There we go. For sure.
Okay.
Yes. That's awesome. And that's happens sometimes too. Is that's, we have people that really do want to be, they like our live. And that's another
Yeah.
reason we went back to the live is that we had some people that reached out to us. What is this? Okay, delete. I don't know. Some people just send us random stuff. One person just sent us, uh, if I want to buy followers. No, I don't want to buy followers. Jeez. Wow. I don't know what is going on. Another person asks if I want to find employment for 23-year-olds. Nope, I don't. I don't know. Anyways, Rhonda was here. Her store in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, is about to go into liquidation, so she can go online. I think that's where she was going, was the online business. I think she was that's what she said. But or she's deciding on whether or not to go online. But right now, a lot of her items are being liquidated, so you can always check her out. We did put the information up on.
Yeah, the information's on the description.
So check out our podcast and check out the last episode, and you can see all the information how to get in contact with her to purchase some items. Really great items. You don't want to miss out on that sale. I think there is a deadline, so you can always find it out when you contact Rhonda. We thank her so much for her information. She is a trailblazer, has been in the game for over 30 years doing entrepreneurship. Yeah. So if you want to ask some questions, that is the woman right there, okay? Myself as well, and Colette, we're also entrepreneurs. So yeah, so again, we look forward to seeing you this month for the Women Entrepreneurship as we wrap up on the 28th with Jose. And next month, September, we'll be doing a lot of a refresh, renews, rebranding, a little bit more background work. And I think that's about it. You have anything to add? And sorry, in our products should be up. Yeah.
Oh yes. Some projects that we are working on.
Yeah.
On its way.
Mm-hmm.
Down the pipeline.
Yep. Okay. All right. And with that is our teaser. It's about 22 minutes long. Okay. All right, Colette, thank you so much for joining me with this teaser. And again, we look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday with Amanda Eiffel. She is amazing. Yeah. You don't want to miss this. You have any questions for teachers that you always wanted to ask and about your children and things you can do when it comes to tutoring, or they're having a difficult subject matter, how to handle that. Of course, if you're interested in doing a tutoring business, is also a great way to ask questions around that. So we're excited. It was so excited about having her on the show. Colette, why don't you join us on the show that day? I think that would be so fun.
I might not be able to.
Oh, I know. I'm just messing you. Yeah. I know you.
I know. Been, right?
Yeah, it would have been cool, to have all three of us on there at the same time. But I'll probably be running the chat that night as well. So be nice to me. Pretty sure there will be some technical issues with Rudy. Okay, so all our regulars, we hope you join us for sure, so you can keep that chat going. And for all the newbies and those who are normally silent in the chat, ask some questions. You have a kid, if you have a child and you have any questions around education, next week is the time to ask those questions. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube. Remember to like, subscribe, and to check out us on Instagram. Colette, anything to add?
Nothing.
Great. Yeah.
Tune in. Make sure you watch those episodes.
We
did a lot of fun episodes in the past weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed one, go take a look and watch them.
Yeah, and I appreciate your support. With your support is the only way I can grow the show. It was a transition from going from Hot Tea with Pleasures to this, and I know it's a little bit less interaction having a co-host. But that's why we're introducing the guests so that we can have more talk as well as share some great information. So again, we will see
Yes.
you next Wednesday on Embrace Your Edges. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Back, get real comfy. Take a second to embrace your edges. Embrace